This is Goku-san DBZ, and welcome back for a new episode of Video Game Pickups. With that said, wasn't a huge amount, but this is some games I picked up over the past month. So with that said, a mixture, there's been a little small sale. This is excluding 8 digital games that I've bought as of late. And with that said, I'm gonna quickly mention there's a special sale going on right now with GameStop, which is where I got some of these games from. On 8 games that are going for $9.99 or less right now, you can pick up a GameStop 4 games for 20 bucks. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Anyways, let's get this started. GameStop is the main place I go with when it comes to purchasing pre-owned or newer games, specifically with, of course, pre-ordering. I go with them because they always have the best exclusive pre-order bonuses. With that said, first up is a game technically I trade in to get the more complete edition of. And the first one was, of course, Dark Souls 3. Now, I already had Dark Souls. I traded it in when I saw that they now have for 20 bucks brand new Dark Souls the Complete Edition, which also includes all of the normal DLC content, expansion, along with that. So for 20 bucks, you're getting basically what when it was launched, it was like what $90 to $100 for basically this game, which include the DLC. Now you can pick a brand new 20 bucks. See, sometimes it's good to just wait on some games. But anyways, if you've never played Dark Souls 3, check it out. For the price with the DLC included, it's definitely worth the money. Next up is the first of 4 games that I got of that used game deal going on. And the first one is a game actually I've never played, but I figure I add to the collection since I don't have many Wii games. And that is Metroid Other M. Now, I've mostly heard negative things about the game in all honesty, but I'm the type of person that won't always base my opinions off of what other people say. So, I got it. I'm going to check it out. I mean, given the price, it was more than a decent price range to pick this up for. So, I'll be curious to see how it is. Next up is a game I've never played any games in the series, but I've heard most people say this is the best game of the series. And that is Dead Space 2. I've heard a lot of people praise the Dead Space series. And I do like horror elements in my games, and which is one of the reasons I decided to give this a try since I've heard a lot of people say this is the best of the trilogy. And since I've heard there's a lot of good horror aspects, especially in the first and second game, which apparently they took more out for action oriented gameplay in the third installment. So I'll be curious to see how this is and give my opinion once I do play it. But I'm kind of backlogged on games right now. Speaking of, right now I'm working on Kingdom Hearts 2 on and off on the side of completing a lot of the side stuff. But I'll be showing you some gameplay uploading today, and I've finished most of the side secret bosses. There's one secret boss left to track down and find. Next up of the pickups was Toy Soldiers War Chest. And I'm curious to play it. And yeah, maybe it has a little bit to do with the fact you can actually play with Cobra Commander. And I was not the biggest G.I. Joe fan growing up. Transformers was what I was into, rather than G.I. Joe. But I've known quite a few people that are G.I. Joe fans. Next up, the last of the 4 cheaper game deals. Tales from the Borderlands. A Tall Tales. Now, I've never really played any of these games. I have picked up, thanks to those free deals on and off, Season 1 of the Batman Telltales, and stuff like that. So eventually I may do a gameplay and upload stuff of that. And eventually I will play and upload gameplay of this too. I'm kind of curious, because I hear a lot of people talk pretty positive about the Telltale games. And here is one of the two bigger ones I was waiting for, of course, which recently came out. Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2 together, which is awesome, because in total you're getting 8 Mega Man X games, and that's a big deal to me. I've never had the opportunity to actually play Mega Man X3 before. Why? Because physical copies of Mega Man X3 on Super Nintendo run $300 and up. Yeah, that's completely bonkers and insane price range for a game. That makes Earthbound look cheaper. And that's saying something because Earthbound's over $200. But yeah, this is definitely the best way to play some of the more rare Mega Man X games, like X2 and X3. Now, with that said, of course, mainly I'm looking more forward to playing Mega Man X1 because it's my favorite game in the series, though I've never had the opportunities, of course, also to play X7 or X8. We'll see. I've only played X1, X4, and X5. So yeah, technically I've never played X6, I guess. And last but not least, this is the biggie. GameStop just dropped the price on this. In fact, they just cut it by 25%. I've been waiting to check this game out. I never played the first one, and I know I need to. I know. But it is awesome. And yeah, this is the collector's edition, of course. You can tell from how big it is. And overall, what you get in here, you get this like thing where you can like put, I guess you could say, put a little stuff together here in a package. You get of course, the normal game, which comes with the DLC content stuff inside. And then you have this special Steel Tin box, obviously. Which I really like, Steel Tin books. And it also comes with the original soundtrack to the game as well included. So, not too bad. And yeah, you can now pick this up brand new for $60 at GameStop. They recently cut it by 20 bucks. So that's a pretty good deal for the collector's edition, given you're getting a lot of extra stuff. Besides the Steel Tin book, the special art stuff, and the original soundtrack plus DLC additional content included. So overall, it's a good deal. And overall, I think thoroughly, I did some good pickups. But I think of everything I picked up, this is the one I'm most looking forward to playing, in all honesty. Hands down, since I'm a Mega Man X fan, it's easily my favorite of the Mega Man series. Right behind it would probably be Mega Man Legends series. Unfortunately, I still don't have a physical copy of Trombone, but that's because that game's a little pricey. With that said, this has been game pickups, and you can stay tuned in the future for comic book pickups, which I technically have 2 episodes to work on. But with that said, I'll see you all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.